Well, hello there people from the internet and welcome to the ARK Survival. Now, what is ARK Survival Evolved? Well, it's a new survival game coming out in a couple of days. It's coming out on June the 2nd. Now, why do I think this is worth a mention? Most of the games that come out in early access, and especially when it comes to survival games, they turn out to be shit. Most of them you can play for half an hour and then that's it. You've got to wait for an update. There's not really much you can do other than that. But in this one, it seems to be a little bit different. Now, I've been keeping my eye on this for quite a while, and here's a couple of things I think is going to be worthy to mention. Now, whatever you're going to see in this 3-minute plus trailer, it's all in the game. It's all available for you to do. You could do that already. You don't have to wait for another update for you to do certain things. What about map size? Well, map size has been confirmed to be 48 square kilometers. And then they're also going to have a cave system, and there's going to be lagoons and oceans and all that sort of stuff, which are going to be adding more square kilometers to our map. Now, here's a couple of things why I think this game is worth mentioning. It's not one of those games that you think, just another survival game coming out this month, another cash grab, pass. Now, if for some reason you don't want to share this world with anybody else, you can rent your own server and you can play this game as a single player, and you don't have to worry about PvP, but you still have to worry about the element. If you want to PvP, if you want to just go out all bandit in this dino land, then you could do so. And you can keep everything you discovered throughout your single player campaign, you will keep that. So if you ever do decide that you and your buddies want to team up and you want to meet somewhere, and you've discovered that, you'll just say, look, let's just meet at that place. You'll start making up a base and take it from there. Now, another thing is, you can have dinosaurs as pets. You can mount dinosaurs, you can fly, you can do all that sort of good stuff. Now, why would you have that many dinosaurs? Well, you can have as many dinosaurs as you want, as long as you keep enough food to keep them fed. As long as you keep them fed, you can have as many as you want. Now, obviously, it's dead simple to know why would you have something to fly and something really fast and something really big, is because of materials. There's certain parts of the map you can only reach by having a dinosaur that can fly. There's certain parts of the map that you'll need to carry more materials, and it makes sense that you'd have something really big, and he'd be able to he'd be able to carry a lot of materials for you. Now, in survival games, base building is a really important thing early on for you to have a little base where you can store your materials and store your goodies that you find throughout the world. That's already been implemented in the game. The bases are all there. All you've got to do is go and build it. You can also have electricity, and you can do a barrel roll on a dinosaur. Come on, sold. Done. Sell it to me now. You can have floodlights inside your base. And that's something that you want to, in those cold, dark nights, you want to have some lights and floodlights pointing out towards the wilderness. If something does attack, maybe a dinosaur or maybe a fellow survivor and his buddies, it's always good to have a bit of lighting your way up and knowing where to shoot and who to shoot. Now, when it comes to PvP, they've already confirmed that you can knock people out. You can knock them unconscious, you can drag them to your base, you can keep them locked, you can force feed them inside just to keep them as prisoners. There's all sorts of things, and that kind of makes me think of the Stomping Land a little bit. Stomping Land was really promising, but because of the lack of updates, the game didn't turn out to be as good as we hoped. Character customization, it's in there. You can play as a man, you can play as a woman, you can change hair color, eyes, skin color, and all that sort of stuff. It's all in there. The heavy crafting is something that I really look forward to. The more your character progresses through the game, the more you play, you're going to be able to learn a lot more things. And it's going to be really cool for you to be able to craft automatic weapons and all that sort of stuff. This is going to be priced at $25. It's going to be available on Steam for the first year, with a full release in 2016 for the consoles. The dev team already mentioned that you can have hundreds of hours worth of gameplay in the current build that we're going to get on June the 2nd. And also that big important thing, yes, there is no microtransactions in the game, so there'll be no pay-to-win element to it whatsoever. Let us hope. Now, if you made it this far, you're probably thinking, well, Rust and Stomping Land, and you will be right in thinking so, because when you log out the server, your body will stay there and you can be dragged into the ocean and drowned. Your loot can be stolen, or you could be put into a prison and kept alive until you log in the next morning. You think, well, I didn't go to sleep here. This is somebody's prison, and I'm being force fed here to sort of keep me as a prisoner. The game doesn't want you to play the game as a single player. You could do so, as I mentioned earlier on, by renting your own server. You can play this as a single player without you having to worry about other players. The only thing you'll have to worry about is PvE. Now, the game wants you to get your buddies involved and create a tribe, because you'll have a lot of benefits from it. You'll have spawn points for your tribe's mates. You can give them exclusive rights to your dinosaurs. You can have all sorts of goodies done to your base with a lot more friends in the game. The areas that you explore, the harsher the conditions that you're going to explore, the better the resources, the better the loot that you're going to find. The dynamic weather is going to be something that's just not going to be, oh yeah, look, there's a bit of storm coming in. It's actually going to be a factor in the game. The heat waves, the cold fronts, all that sort of stuff is going to make it a little bit difficult for you to survive. Now, remember when I said that you go to sleep and somebody can drag you away into the ocean and kill you? Well, this is where your pet dinosaurs come in. The more dinosaurs you have, you can be training them to guard you while you're asleep. And this is something that's really cool and I'm really excited for. You can have a T-Rex, or you can have a Triceratops, or something like that, or maybe a huge-ass scorpion or a crocodile just guarding your body while you're asleep. And when you come in the next morning, hopefully they'll still be alive, hungry, but alive, and your body still be there with all your loot. So definitely excited for the game. Let me know in the comments if you are as well, if it's something you look forward to. And hopefully I will have some gameplay out for you guys as soon as I can. There is an NDA now. There's not allowed to be posted any gameplay or any screenshots or anything like this. But since the game's coming out in a couple of days, I shall have some gameplay out for you in a couple of days, which is going to be June the 2nd. And I'll let you know the full details about the game, if something's worth buying or something that you should be waiting a little bit before you're buying it. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up, post a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one.